In a previous video, I already explained to you the different functions of the different parts of a cell, the cell organelles. And right now, I'd like to go into a little bit more detail by classifying these cell organelles. Because in the previous video, I already told you it's a little difficult how to define what a cell organelle is. There are sometimes conflicting definitions. So let's clarify this issue a little bit further. So what is a cell organelle? A cell organelle is a structure found inside a cell, usually surrounded by a membrane. I know, this word usually, what does usually mean? Well, that's what I'm going to try to explain here. The cell organelle, there are cell organelles that do not have a membrane, and these are the ribosomes. And over here you see these dots over here, these are the ribosomes which are found on the rough endoplasmic reticulum, which is made of a membrane, but the ribosomes themselves are not surrounded by a membrane. So this is the reason when I draw a cell, I never draw, I'm going to make this very fast, okay? So this is basically the cell. I never draw the ribosomes as little circles, because if I draw circles, I'm implying that there is a membrane over here. So that is not, that's not good. So when I draw the ribosomes, I just draw them as dots, because then it's clear that they do not have a membrane. And these are now the free ribosomes which float around in the cytoplasm. The free ribosomes can be found over here in the cytoplasm. And they're the second type of ribosomes which can be found on the RER, but the ribosomes themselves are not surrounded by a membrane. So these are the ribosomes. Over here we have cell organelles with a single membrane. So that's the rough endoplasmic reticulum, the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, number 8, the Golgi body, which is number 6, the lysosomes and vesicles, 4 and 12. I think number 4 were the vesicles, and number 12 the lysosomes. It doesn't matter. So they have a single membrane. Well, no membrane, single membrane. Is there anything else? Well, there are some organelles with a double membrane. The nucleus has an inner and an outer membrane. That's why some people call it the nuclear envelope. Over here, not, well, you can maybe imagine over here, this one over here is the outer membrane, and over here you have the inner membrane. They're quite close together. And the mitochondria, here it's quite easily visible. You see that over here you have the outer membrane going all the way around over here, and the inner membrane with its infoldings. So there are two membranes. And chloroplasts, not shown on here. Why not? Because that's an animal cell, and a chloroplast, I'm going to just draw it down here, has a membrane, and then inside here a stack of discs, and these are called the thylakoid membranes. Membrane. It's called the granule thylakoids, and some of these thylakoid membranes really stretch across over here. And you have another thylakoid membrane. Okay, so that's a membrane, that's the outer membrane, and these are the thylakoid membranes. So that is basically a chloroplast, and not shown in here, but basically they should be located in here, but not in this cell, because that's an animal cell. So that's basically it. So here are your cell organelles. Okay, cytoplasm is not in here because it's not considered a cell organelle. It's not considered an identifiable structure under the in an electron micrograph, even though the cytoplasm is really important, because many of the chemical reactions actually occur inside the cytoplasm. Still not defined as a cell organelle, because the cytoplasm contains the cell organelles. So before I stop, and we're only 4.5 minutes into the video, I'd like to ask you which one of these cell organelles can be found in prokaryotes, because this animal cell over here is a eukaryote, but a bacterial cell like E. coli, which has a membrane around here, over here some loose DNA, a cytoplasm, and ribosomes floating around here. It's kind of obvious that the ribosomes are those structures which can also be found in prokaryotes. Now, but generally what we say is that prokaryotes do not have cell organelles. But I think what the textbooks which say that, what they actually mean to say is that prokaryotes, like bacteria, do not have any cell organelles that have membranes, and ribosomes do not have membranes. So you will not be able to find any membranes inside a prokaryote here. And whether a ribosome is now really a cell organelle or not depends a little bit on the definition. A ribosome is, if you want to call it an organelle, it's an organelle without a membrane. Okay, so that's basically simply an additional piece of information that I wanted to give you.